you ready?
Just when you thought this game couldn't get any better. Be gone.
Nice try.
Get him, Shez. Calm down. Flicker flower. And end it.
I can't say it's pleasant watching my own death.
Yeah, who would be pleased watching that? Yo, I love Edelgard's like throwing of the shield and throwing around their axe. Her unique class is amazing. Dimitri's is pretty sick too. Oh my word, that took like all my health. Dimitri's pretty great too. I don't know much about what Dimitri's unique class is. I mean, I have an idea based on this fighting style, but I never did Blue Lions in 3 Houses, so I don't really know much about his unique class. I did Black Eagles once, so I know about Edelgard's. Alright, time for this attack. That's pretty good, pretty good. Honestly, Claude, Agitaunt with me. The atrocity grows. Calm down. Be gone, Phantom Claude. My Claude's the only real one. What? Yo, that is sick. Oh, it's so cool. Don't get me wrong, playing as Barbarossa's Pog, but I'm gonna tell you this. I think I like playing as Dimitri and Edelgard's unique classes more. Because, like, as cool as it is to ride a wyvern and breathe fire, I really like Dimitri and Claude's. Dimitri and Edelgard's. And that really hurts because Claude is my favorite house leader. But I think I really love Dimitri and Edelgard's unique classes.
No problem, I got it.
I do still like the Barbarossa, but compared to Edelgard and Claude, or not, Edelgard and Dimitri, it's no contest. Also, I'm definitely not S rank in this.
I must thank our adversary for letting me experience that.
Oh, nice, nice. Honestly, I'm gonna an Adjutant. I want to have Claude with Shez because it makes sense. And then have Dimitri and Edelgard. There's probably more, right?
Now we're certain they're not real. We can cut them down without mercy. Again? Please tell me we're gonna find that guy this time. I shall take.
Watch this.
Alright, now I'm gonna Adjutant the others. Like, do Claude with Shez.
Let's try this.
And then Dimitri with Edelgard.
I'll give you a hand. Not a problem.
Why was there half red, half blue? Oh yeah, I don't know.
Here I go.
I mean, I killed them, but I don't know what that was about.
Seems you could use some help.
I have no idea, to be honest.
Right. Let's get searching.
Shez with me?
You four are a marvel.
Shez, what happened? Shez here. Shez, hello? Yeah, I was gonna say what happened there. Oh, there's Epimenides, or however you say his stupid name. He's got a tome.
Now have the grace to lay down your lives and let the world you've torn apart
Dude, this
heal.
game is like, this is probably my game of the year 2022. Quite honestly, I don't know what other game that came out this year
There you are, my partner.
that is like amazing like this.
You're not Arval. Even if you were, I'd fight you all the same.
Any price.
What was my game of the year before this? Was it Kirby in the Forgotten Land? It might have been.
We should team up.
I liked Forbidden West, but that's not my game of the year because, like, Forbidden West was good. Like, it was an amazing game, but it wasn't really, like, my... I wouldn't say it was, like, my personal, like, favorite game or anything, but it was still a great game.
Achieve nothing, for you will all still be trapped in this place.
my game of the year before this was Kirby and the Forgotten Land. There hasn't been much stuff that came out. SMT5 came out last year. And Arise is obviously my game of the year 2021.
Take a breather.
SMT5 is second. But like, not much games came out this year. I'm like, hey, this is it. This is probably my game of the year. It's still possible that like, hey, maybe Elysium is amazing and can beat it out. I doubt Star Ocean 6 would be quite as amazing. I guess anything's possible though.
Seriously? No.
As of now, this is probably my game of the year, 2022. Straight up. Forbidden West would probably be up there too. Like, I really did like Forbidden West.
Forcing my hand.
I shall take the lead.
Oh, barrier. Phantom Byleth and Phantom Shez.
So even our mercenary friend gets a phantom. This is going to take all of us. Time to put our differences aside. Why does it have to be you? I don't want to fight you.
Be gone.
Now, attack!
Yes, understood. Stand down.
This is so cool. I was hoping the leaders would team up. I don't know if they're gonna stay teamed up, but like, I was hoping they would team up at least for one battle. Like, have a beginning battle where they team up before you choose a house, and then maybe at the end. Because I always guessed in the story they were gonna team up for the sake of the plot, and this is exactly what I wanted. Maybe not exactly, I didn't suspect the Shadow thing. I didn't expect this whole Phantom thing, but basically the leaders teaming up is what I wanted.
I'll take over.
Hi, I'm Edelgard.
Let's make the most of this.
Oh, get him, Dimitri.
Nice, Dimitri. But the next
It's over.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're.
Take a breather.
Alright, Byleth.
I'll protect you. Don't let anyone get away.
But yeah, I don't know if Kirby or... Probably Kirby was my game of the year before this. Especially after playing the post game, I remember really liking Kirby in the Forgotten Land. But Forbidden West was also amazing. So I don't know. It's close between those two. Like which one I would like prefer. They're very different. I can't really choose. It just depends. Hey, be gone.
I'll protect you. Don't let anyone get away. Seriously? No one? I've got you now. Are we changing places?
Witness my.
Oh, nice, Edelgard, nice. The power of fail not. Oh, let's go. There we go. Back to Epimenides, or
It seems I am forced to
however you
do
say his
this
stupid
on
name.
us.
I'm gonna play as them because who knows how long I'm gonna have these two.
If you dare.
This might be the only mission where I have Edelgard and Dimitri. Hi.
Adversary has finally run out of tricks. Time to finish awaited this moment.
Alright, Epimenides. It's time to die. It is over.
Any price.
Alright, who haven't we agitated? Shez.
Very well.
Oh,
Watch out.
My th-
unagitant them. Let's do Dimitri
Not a problem.
and Shez, and then Claude and Edelgard. That way everyone was agitated for the battle with each other.
I got your back. Of course.
It's over. Arval knockoff, Arval's twin, whatever. They look alike. I know they're actually twins, but they might as well be.
My turn.
Watch this.
Gotta play some more Edelgard than Dimitri.
Any price.
Not yet. Yo, Edelgard's got a lot of burning to the ground shenanigans. Edelgard would really be up my alley. Dimitri's also pretty fluid too.
I do is enough. How much more must I sacrifice? Yes.
Alright, special time.
All part of the
Join me, Claude.
I know what to do.
I
Get
must make
out of
haste.
my way.
Worth any price.
There we go. There gonna be another mission?
This isn't over.
Oh yeah, it's over. Ooh, that was it. That was possibly the best mission in the game.
Be gone with you. The cycle of this world must be protected.
Yo, it looked like he broke the time sphere there.
You fool! Why must you resist me so?
You know my reason. And tomorrow we're fighting for... The choice is ours to make!
That was so epic. Major stabbing the Dooma Dragon vibes
It's
right there.
incredible. Just how strong you've become.
Arval.
You have grown more than I ever thought possible. And yet... I've never felt more alone.
That moment just really reminded me of the very end of Shadows of Valentia where kills the Dooma Dragon. It's just, that moment resonated with me when I played Valentia, and that moment's gonna resonate with me when I play other stuff and think back, man, Three Hopes had this one moment. Man, they did Shez really well. I like Shez's character. I'm really glad I got this chapter with, these, I'm assuming, like, this stuff only happens if you get Byleth. I'm really glad I did that, Nen. I would have missed out on all those moments, and honestly, that mission was quite possibly the best mission in the game. Just having all the house leaders team up against Arval, Epimenides, whatever. So awesome. It's gonna be so hard for a game to top this.
Looks like we made it out in one piece. Are you sure about that? I still have no idea what's going on.
Arval, or Epimenides, I suppose, has vanished, and we've been returned to where we started. Perhaps we should just consider this a victory. An ironic one, as we achieved it by working together.
One thing I don't understand though, they showed Arval talking with Epimenides, so it was implied that they were like different people. And then it was stated that Epimenides like made Arval? But then Arval just died there. What just happened? Like, was that the actual Arval? That was Epimenides. I'm a little confused on that front.
Fair enough. So, what happens now?
I can't speak for Edelgard, but I'm not exactly itching to fight you. Whatever's in store for us, what say we just call a truce for now?
I wouldn't have been able to return here had it not been for your assistance, as well as Claude's. Letting you walk away may not be the soundest of tactics, but at this point I see no other option.
Agreed. Let's consider all debts paid.
But just to be clear, I crushed you once, and I can do so again.
Right. I gotta admit, I never saw any of this coming.
In truth, I can't say I much expected any of this.
Epimenides was to Arval like Sothis to Byleth, another mind within them. Oh, okay. I must have missed something in that dialogue. I got the gist of it. Like, I understood that Epimenides and Arval weren't really the same, but like, kind of, sort of. But yeah, alright, that makes a little bit of sense. Like, I know the gist of what's going on, but I just kind of missed that. I was a little confused when I was like, oh, I saw them separated, talking, but then, like, oh, that one moment, like, combined the two? Okay. I suppose that makes sense.
Still, it got us talking again, and that's gotta be worth something.
Well, I should be off. I hope we can do this again sometime. The speaking part, anyway.
In that case, I will depart as well. I'm sure everyone must be quite concerned for me by now.
See you both on the other side of this war. Well, my friend, are you ready to get out of here? We still have one more enemy to deal with before all of this can end. Archbishop Rhea awaits.
I have a feeling this is the last chapter, but we're gonna see, I don't want the answer now. I'm gonna wait till this little narration goes.
Golden Wildfire. Field of Beginnings.
Already sounds like a final chapter name, but...
The Federation successfully aids the Imperial Army, and together they pursue the Kingdom and Church forces. However, Claude's sole aim is to eliminate Archbishop Rhea. While Edelgard contends with the Royal Army, Claude and his forces go after the Church. In their pursuit, they arrive at the Tailtean Plains, where Seros and Nemesis battled long ago.
Ooh, going back to there where it started. That's so good. Yo, we're gonna have Nemesis, like, revive again? Like in, Three Houses? That'd be pog. By the way, I know I interrupted Hulse, so I might as well replay his dialogue. Not sure how much the game tells you, but I'll wait till the credits. Okay, so they might, go into more about this Epimenides stuff. Alright, that's fine. That's fine.
It's not much further to Kingdom territory. Once we've crossed the border, we'll march through the Tailtean Plains and make our way to Ferdiad. It's not much...
Oh, whoops. Pressed the wrong button.
The plains of Tailtean are the largest in all of Fargus. As I recall, they're also where a well-known battle took place long ago.
We're going by land instead of sea this time, huh? I have to admit, I prefer it this way.
We may have taken a wild little detour, but we're finally back to marching on the Kingdom capital.
Claude, are you sure it would not be prudent to ask the Imperial Army for assistance? They certainly owe us after that last battle.
The Imperial Army changed course to travel west, and Edelgard went after them. They're well on their way to Aryan Road. Most of the Kingdom's forces have gathered in the west as well. Rhea and her troops are the only ones who fled north.
I don't get it. Sure, it makes sense for the Kingdom to reinforce their position on the Western Front. They're losing ground there after all. But is the King of Fargus really abandoning the defense of his capital city and the Church?
I can't claim to know what his intentions are, but I suspect Dimitri's decided to leave the rest to me.
What's that supposed to mean? What in the world could the king of an enemy territory trust you with?
I think I get it. Dimitri is counting on Claude.
It's gonna be so weird to get used to not hearing Arval, like, chime in to Shez every now and then. Oh, what's going on?
The Central Church is just a millstone around the kingdom's neck at this point. Dimitri's probably hoping Claude will cut him loose.
Are you suggesting that the king wishes to avoid formally cutting ties with the Central Church, and is therefore using us to bring about its demise? I have heard that the Central Church aided the kingdom when civil war broke out. Perhaps Dimitri feels indebted to the Archbishop, and his knightly values demand he not oppose her directly.
But that's... No. I suppose this is the nature of war.
There's more to it than that. The Kingdom and the Church have a long history, full of reasons why the king can't betray them. Long ago, the hero Lug von Blaidd cut down the Adrestian Emperor of his day. In fact, their battle took place on the Tailtean Plains, which we're just about to cross. The Church mediated the conflict and recognized House Blaidd's independence, leading to the founding of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. As you might have guessed, that's how they got the holy bit in their name.
So essentially, abandoning the church would mean turning their back on the very group to whom they owe their independence.
And that's why Dimitri wants the fledgling Leicester Federation to do his dirty work and abolish the church in his stead. And that's my guess, anyway. But his reasons are immaterial, since getting rid of the church is what we've been after all along. For the sake of our future and the free world to come, we'll tear down the Central Church and put an end to Rhea.
You can count on it. And if they run off to Ferdiad, we'll just have to conquer the capital to get to them.
That's the spirit. You know, kid, you've really become someone we can depend on. And now, Your Majesty, we await your official order.
You got it, Judith. It's time to fling open the doors to a whole new era. All forces, advance!
Chat, is this the last chapter? You could just tell me. This is already setting up to be a last chapter. Feel the beginnings. Going to take on Rhea. For a new era. For a new future. If not this, then one more, but even then. Maybe this chapter and then just a chapter with a battle like they do like they did in like chapter 10. 8 and 10, they had like just a chapter with no camp. Maybe this is the last camp chapter, but maybe there's another one. I don't know. But chat is welcome to tell me.